Sleeping bags.
Check.
Spare batteries.
Check for the sleeping bags, right.
Yes. Tennis balls.
Mm-hmm.
Tennis balls, but in blue.
Yes.
Push-up gear.
Push-up bra.
Push-up bra. That was the next
bag.
one. Yes. Has to slay, even in its sleep. Food, we don't need. Fire, starting stuff, we don't need.
All
Flare
that will
gun,
be provided.
no. Dental floss, but like not dental floss, but like the little picks
Right.
that you pick. The dental picks,
Yeah.
the floss picks. Do we have
Floss
those?
picks. Yes, I bought the 500 pack.
Okay, and finally, a 10,000 pack of cotton balls.
1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12. Check.
It says on the bag, but yeah.
I was counting the number of bags. They don't sell them in that large a quantity, so I had to go.
Oh, did we get 100 bags of 100?
I went store to store to all the Dollar Trees in town and cleaned them out. I am not popular with the manicurists in town.
I'll bet. Look at those cuticles. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen?
Emphasis on the cutie.
Anyway, I think we're just about ready to go on yet another nonsensical adventure throughout Limbrook.
Yeah.
Shall we get our?
Hey, Alex. I
Oh,
just
it's
need
Mike.
I just need the mayor's signature on something real quick. Whoa. What you guys got going on here?
We're
getting ready for our day.
Yeah, we're planning a sort of like, how do I put that? Like a camping themed drag show that we're going to be doing. As you can see, we've got the sleeping bags, so we're going to come out in the sleeping bags. And then the tennis balls, obviously, for shaping.
For stuffing, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, we
Shaping and
planned it all
stuffing.
out. Go get your best mini skirt and come with us.
Well, first of all, I absolutely. I mean, I'm all in for this. I have.
We know you auditioned and were our first choice. Totally
I got
first
all the way up to
choice.
second choice. Hey,
You were
listen,
Adam's
I'll take
first
that.
choice. You
I'll
were
take
my
that.
third choice.
You were a
defaulting
choice.
to second.
I've
Yeah.
I've been prepping for this ever since Survivor and RuPaul did that crossover season.
Surviving RuPaul?
Surviving RuPaul.
They went
Yes.
over to RuPaul's house and had to spend some time with him.
Yeah, and then meanwhile, all of the queens went onto the island and had to survive that. That I've been addicted to that ever since. That's fantastic. I mean,
So let's go.
Well, Alex, you know I can't go. You've put me in charge of my job now is package consultant for Limbrook.
Oh yeah, that's Mike
Village.
G, by the way, package consultant this week for the town of Limbrook. I'm Alex Shear. I'm the mayor of Limbrook this week and every week until the end of time or until I get impeached, whichever comes first. And next to me, the non-buzzkill is Adam Rudy.
Yep. I am Adam Rudy. I'm in charge of course, curtains.
Curtains.
That's all I'm in charge of this week.
That's all he
Just
needs to be
curtains.
in charge in.
Just
Because-
yeah, no, and I'm glad they're bringing you along for the camping weekend because you know you got to be careful about all those wild curtains in the great
It's
forest
not
of
the
Limbrook.
camping weekend. It's I'm in charge of drawing the curtain, opening and closing the curtain for the performance. And then, of course, I have to run back around to the wings, quick change into my sleeping bag. And
Right.
then, because I come on stage like a stagehand in all black. And then I run back around and
Yeah,
I get
and
into
then-
my drag gear.
And all of them. By the way, I did see the flyers for this. I love that you titled this entire weekend just camp. It's very clever. It's very, very clever.
Yes. And then after all that, he draws curtains. By the way, Adam, don't forget your sketchbook.
Oh, yeah, I need this. Because I'm designing. You've heard of balloon curtains?
No, what are balloon curtains exactly? I'm still not clear on balloon curtains, on what they are exactly.
They're a decorative window shade in which the fabric at the bottom of the shades drapes in loose, puffy scallops because 2 or more points across its width are held together higher than the rest of the bottom edge.
This is why he's the best.
You gave me more information than I could ever possibly have needed, and I'm still having a hard time picturing it.
So I'm designing Zeppelin curtains, which
Okay, gotcha.
are bigger, firmer, filled with hydrogen, and I'm going to be debuting them
We'll
during
explode
the
at any moment.
performance.
Gotcha.
What?
So
What are you talking about?
Sorry, don't worry about it.
Well, I've got this great guy working on it. You ever hear of this guy Hindenburg?
Yeah, actually, I have. It didn't really. Smart.
Yeah.
But I mean, listen, I really would love to attend, but you guys, I just got this notification from Raymazon.com, and I can't miss it. They say I have to sign for it.
Oh yeah, that's right. The package, we get a ton of those. This one's probably important.
Do you know what it is? Like, I mean, you ordered it. I'm just here.
Yeah, it's something.
Well, he's got so many subscribe and saves. It's like it's a real roll of the dice.
Look, whatever it is, I need it by day's end, so you do have to stay here. That is true. There's no one else who can do this aside from you. But I left the TV in the waiting room on. The remote works, but only the channel up button. So you got to be careful when you scroll. It's all yours.
Oh, that sucks.
You do have to share it with any other people who come in.
They moved the channel for Price is Right, so I got to be really, really careful when I'm scrolling for it. Oh,
yeah,
damn.
Yeah. Don't worry.
No,
I mean, you're probably not going to have to even change the channel. It is on TV for Dogs, 24 hours separation anxiety, calming music, so you should be fine, you know?
And we'll leave the lights on, and we'll turn on the little thing that throws the tennis ball every once in a while.
We'll turn on the automatic treat thing so you don't die of starvation.
I just hate that show. After the season 6 twist, it just lost me.
Season 3, episode 9, the Lone Barone. We wonder who that is. I know who the Lone...
Well, she's going to obviously be performing at camp, but go on.
Yeah, goddamn it, she can swing. Anyway, season 3, episode 9, The Lone Barone. Robert is settling into his new apartment, but when his girlfriend Amy comes over to check out the new place, she starts rearranging furniture and hinting at marriage. After hearing horror stories from Ray about marriage, Robert freaked out, and when Amy realized why he freaked out, she broke up with him. It is quite the tale. I have a lot to say about this one, and a lot to say about Ray in particular about this episode, and I can't wait to do it while Adam and I are on this crazy jaunt throughout Limburg.
Yeah. So, Mike, don't touch the transponders. We're going to be on the headsets, of course, but obviously, just watch the levels. Remember, I taught you how to do that.
Yeah.
Red
Red
is good, and green is bad.
All right, you guys have a good time.
All right, we got to go. The Uber.
Look, we'll leave you with this little pen that has a microphone in it in case you want to record any of your own thoughts. We'll splice them in.
Yeah, please don't use the microphone that's plugged in and set up here. It's wet. But we got to go. The Uber blimp or Ublimp is here to pick us up. So
thanks, guys. Wait, Alex.
What?
Where's the remote? You didn't give me the remote. I'm stuck on the dog channel.
Bye, Mike. Knock, knock.
Hey,
anybody in?
Hello. Yes. Are you from Ramazon?
No. I work down the hall from you. You don't recognize me?
Oh, Paul. I'm so sorry. I'm expecting a package. I didn't realize.
Yeah. No. It's me, Paul W. from down the hall. I just wanted to check. Did you need to go out? Do you want to go on a walk?
Paul, I'm not actually a dog.
Just hold still. Let me put the harness on you.
No, listen. Hey,
click.
On Friday nights, I'm in for this, but this is a little too much for me in the workday. I don't know, man. I'm good.
Come on. Susan, he never wants to go out, but you know how it is.
Unbelievable.
I'm waiting for a package. I gotta be here.
Hello.
Oh,
hello.
Sorry. Hey,
is anyone here?
Hey, yes, I'm here. Let me get this color thing.
He's really struggling to take it out. Here, let me help you.
I'm sorry to bother you. I lost my dog. I was wondering if anyone's seen him. Here's his picture. And he holds up a picture of Mike, but with a goatee.
I've never had a goatee. I've never done this.
Douglas? Douglas, is that you?
I'm not Douglas. My name is Mike.
Is that you, Douglas?
I'm Mike G.
Oh my God, it's been so long.
I'm on the podcast that's mandatorily spread throughout this show,
Listen.
village.
I have a confession to make. I stole this dog from this man.
No!
It was me who you saw breaking into your backyard, stealing your bike, and then putting your dog in the basket and pedaling away down the street cackling like the witch from The Wizard of Oz. I have to apologize. I always wanted a dog like this one.
Paul, I have no sympathy for you. You suck, but
aimless, and a little too hard on himself, but I mean, not without good reason.
Yeah,
You're both confused.
And of course, neutered.
I can show you right now that's not an issue for me.
This one seems a little too feisty to be Douglas. Are you sure this is him?
Well, I mean, if I know that Douglas, because you have that banner in your front yard that says neutered, I know that Douglas was neutered. So there's only one way to make sure.
Okay,
Mike, sit.
I'm getting violated.
Mike,
I'm not
sit.
here.
Let me go get the putter.
I have a job here, sir.
If I can make this putt, sir, this is Douglas. And if I can't make this putt, this is not Douglas. This is Mike G., my colleague here at the local government.
Okay,
Well, that
guys,
seems reasonable to me.
guys, this is a reference to an episode that we watched a long time ago. I don't know if I or anybody else listening is going, oh my god!
You think Mike's gonna be okay?
I think he'll be fine.
I mean, like, we left the lights on. I don't know.
Yeah.
Last time we left him alone.
Oh, don't worry. I have an app. Hey, Ask Jeeves, turn off the office lights. We cut back to Mike.
Shit, what the hell's going on, guys? I got hit with a golf ball and a collar, and now the lights are off, and I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah,
we
come
cut back.
Isn't that
Yeah, he's
impressive?
probably fine.
Technology is amazing. It's the Internet of Things.
It honestly is. There's a lot of things.
So what are you most excited to do first? I mean, obviously we're going out to Milwaukee, beautiful Milwaukee, where they've agreed to put up camp, our camping-themed drag show.
It's going to be awesome. But I mean, there's a lot to do today. I'm excited for the roller coaster, not the amusement park, just specifically the roller coaster.
Me too.
That comes after the drag show.
Yeah, the one that we built that goes out into the audience.
Yeah, so we can give them all high fives. Right. I was wondering where you wanted to grab food, because the roller coaster also stops by 3 different restaurants.
Yeah.
So we could get takeout from one of those.
Well, let's have a light lunch on the blimp. See if you can flag down one of the waiters. And then probably
Hey, waiter.
second
Hey.
Wendy's on the roller coaster.
Hey, what do you want? What's going on here?
Excuse
firstly-
you. Jesus Christ.
Firstly, waiter, as is customary, I need to know your full name and backstory right away.
Yeah, well, you didn't. Usually waiters will introduce themselves.
Yeah, when Adam and I hang out alone, we have a custom to get introduced to anyone we talk to right away. It's kind of...
So first of all, I'm a little offended. First of all,
That's a weird name.
I think we are.
That's not my name. Hold on. No, okay.
Little,
You
I
must
think
call
we're
me. My
getting
name is-
off on the wrong foot. Why don't
Yes,
you come
Mr.
up
Offended,
and
come on.
introduce yourself again?
Hey, listen, I'm a waiter on one of the only 35 blimps that are on this planet Earth, and I don't need to take no shit from nobody. Okay?
Wow, there's only 35 blimps and one of them has to drive Uber? That's sad.
Listen,
Well,
not
Mr.
many people want blimp service. Okay, but I got a job for life. Okay?
That's fine.
You come with
Well-
the blimp?
First, if you gotta go, yeah, I come with the blimp. My name is Pickles. This is called Pickles Blimp.
Oh yeah, let me look at the app. Oh yeah, Pickles. Ooh, 3 stars.
That's
Wait,
me.
if you're our waiter, then who's
You
flying the blimp?
You got
that's-
excellent
I got-
time. You got excellent time, perfect handoff, and comes in hot. Those are
Yeah.
your attributes. No, who is
and-
flying the blimp though?
Oh, that don't worry. That's I hired a guy to do that. That's
Nothing
Davey.
has ever gone wrong after
Is
someone
this-
said, "Don't worry about who's flying the blimp."
Listen,
Is this one of those
Davey
Tesla
flies
blimps that
in
flies
Korea,
itself?
Okay, sorry, what was that, sir?
Is this one of those Tesla blimps that flies itself?
I mean, theoretically, we got the autopilot going, but I trust Davey. Like I said, he flew blimps in Korea, and so he's got no
combat
issues.
or for-
Yeah. It was a very short-lived time,
'Cause
but I
he
don't
was-
blame.
I've heard of this guy. I saw that documentary that Tom Hanks produced about him. This guy used to do kamikaze blimping, right?
That's the one. Yeah, he's the only one left.
And the only he never had any casualties because he would only hit with the balloon part. He wouldn't hit with the metal part.
That
he
is
just
correct.
bounced
He
off.
separately lost a leg and an arm. That's a different thing.
Right.
He crashed the blimp, got out. He was like, "Hey, I got him," and then they got him. And
Well,
it was.
And then a bicyclist and a person on one of those skateboards that you lay down on came by and cut off his arm and leg.
Yeah. Oh, so you saw the documentary?
Yeah, I just said I saw the documentary.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
It was called Hand of Brother.
That's David. That's Davey. We call him Davey.
So anyway, Pickles.
Yeah.
I'm looking over your menu, and I definitely am leaning towards what I want to get, but I'm going to let what I get be determined by your opinion on this week's episode of Everybody Loves Raymond, because you flew over Limbrick airspace, so your satellites picked up the episodes, and you can still see on the TVs that it's still playing all of
we got
special
special dispensation to do that from the F. Ray Ray.
I did see that. I will say that even if the F-Ray gave you permission, terrible idea. I gotta say that because, it did interfere with our ability to get to air traffic control.
Davey couldn't handle it? A seasoned pilot like him?
I was flying at that point. Listen, okay, everybody had got their pickle sandwiches, okay? I was done. I was flying at that point, and Davey was taking his nap. It was difficult.
Okay, can I have a menu? Because this one was here when we sat down.
You've been sassy to me all day,
mine.
so you don't get
You came in way too hot.
I've had a day, okay? And
Adam, that's kind of his thing, though.
You snapped at me, okay? You snapped, and I came over here. I deserve to be hot after a snap. That's how it goes.
This is not Dick's Last Resort, sir. The restaurant where people are mean to you, and that's sort of the appeal about it. This is... We are paying to be here on this blimp, and there's a baseline level of service that I expect.
Well, listen, your other passengers are fantastic. They've been getting great service. The Queens are getting great service. You guys got to earn it. That's all.
Pickles.
Okay.
I don't want you to forget that I asked you a question.
Okay, so first of all, now you're being sassy.
So
I'm not even that.
Pickles is a season 3, episode 9 of Everybody Loves Raymond. It's called Lone Barone.
Yeah.
What was your overall impression of this episode?
I genuinely thought it was hilarious. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there was some passive aggressive comments back and forth, but I will say that just like watching the personalities bounce off each other all over the place, it was genuinely a very funny time. I love that we started with Robert playing the bachelor pad. The swing music bachelor pad. He was doing the peanut butter and the jelly. Hey, I've done that. I no shame there. It was great. I loved that. I loved the whole explosion scene where Ray accidentally realized that he, unintentionally told his brother to break up with his girlfriend and avoid marriage at all costs. I thought it was hilarious. I really did.
This is something I agree with you about. First of all, Robert's apartment. I loved. First of all, just the premise of his happy voice when he's on the phone with Marie, and he is really like. There's a noticeable change in how Brad Garrett is speaking when he's happy, and then when he goes into classic Robert to make Marie feel better about how he's sounding so gregarious. Was so funny. His peanut butter and jelly routine of using one hand for the peanut butter, a different hand for the jelly, which is great attention to detail.
That's probably the most bachelor thing I've ever seen.
He had a real bachelor. He had the one cabinet with this is what I wrote down: peanut butter, jelly, bread, and then possibly diced tomatoes and mac and cheese. That's what it looked like for me. So I don't know what he's planning on preparing with that. But
might
that is
just like
tomato
bachelor.
mac and cheese. That's that. There you go.
He could have just raided Marie's pantry before he moved out.
Yeah, or Marie. That's what Marie threw after him as he was leaving.
Yeah,
I am noticing, Pickles, that on your menu you do have basically a lot of different combinations of those ingredients: mac and cheese with bread in it, peanut butter mac and cheese,
croutons.
Jelly, tomatoes, which croutons. Yeah, croutons.
Yeah. Croutons are just bread, except it gets hard, and I don't like stale things, so I just put the bread in the mac and cheese.
Okay. I just pointing something out. I'm not sure what cuisine this is.
This is Robert's cabinet cuisine.
Oh, it's themed after. So you were flying over our airspace, panicked, could not contact the FAA, and you decided you were so inspired in that moment that you wrote up a whole new menu.
No, I panicked. I thought we were going down, so I threw out every piece of food that I had, and I had to do real quick shopping. And this is just what was at the front of the supermarket.
So anyway, Adam, have you decided on the food? Because I have.
Here's what I'm curious about: is that it says that it's served a la stereo, which is Are we meant to do what Robert did in this episode, which is a huge leap from the Robert who was tapping his chin that we saw in season 1, where he just licks peanut butter off the front of a stereo?
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I loved it because I was like, hey, Robert's really developing as a character. He's not really interested in the rest of that stuff. Yeah, it's great. Good fan.
You might want, like, it even made me think that maybe that kind of habit comes from a form of anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Well,
because
definitely.
He's never been, like, he feels amazing. He feels on top of the world right here. So he just goes for it. He just licks that radio.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it's 2023 now, so like we don't need like the cassette player in stereos anymore. So we just fill that with whatever food that you get, and then you eat it right out of there.
Fun. What happens if you rewind?
You don't. Please don't.
Don't.
But yeah,
I don't want to rewind.
I also want to say that when Amy comes in later on and immediately starts, tearing up his life, I felt for Robert. I was like, hey, he's got to enjoy his space a little bit. I kind of felt bad. I kind of loved that Amy was so excited, and I loved that little dynamic of like he wants to keep his thing on his own.
Yeah, I got that. First, Amy's feng shui is completely fucked. It seems psychotic to me to turn the couch around to face your sliding glass window looking out at your neighbor's balcony, which is directly across from yours, and not have a TV in front of it.
I think the implication at this point was like TV is bad for you, so we don't want the TV in the living room, because at that point there was no internet. So the thing corrupting the mind of the youths was the television. You gotta keep the television away from everyone.
I'm more concerned with turning your couch so that when you sit down, you are staring through a sliding glass window at your neighbor's balcony, who is presumably turning occasionally and looking out that window and just seeing you staring straight ahead at them.
Is that taboo?
Well, for me personally, it would feel weird. Yeah.
Oh.
How is your? Right. I would love to. Do you have like quarters on the blimp? Do you have like a bunk?
Yeah. When nobody else is here, this is where I live. I just have it here.
It's full Murphy. Everything, all your stuff is Murphy.
Correct.
That's pretty cool.
So that painting of a bed up there, if you pull that down, is that your Murphy bed?
You actually have to jump through the painting in order to get to the bed.
Like Super Mario 64?
That's correct.
That's badass, man.
Yeah.
What are you doing flying these things for other people? Just live in the painting all day. That's awesome.
Well, that's what I do when I'm off duty in an hour and a half. That's what I'm going to go.
Anyway,
we cut to 1
now?
hour and 31 minutes later. Thanks for the ride, Pickles.
Thanks, Pickles. We love you. The mac and cheese was good. Wasn't great, but it was good. I had to pick out all the cheese because I'm taking a break from cheese.
Sorry,
cheese and I
and sorry for rewinding, Pickles. I hope you can clean everything up. And
that was a big mistake. That was listen, guys. Just
send us the bill. Mike G 1 Catalpa, Limbrook, New York 00001.
That's right.
All right. Well, all right.
Bye.
Don't worry.
Bye, Pickles.
Bye. Ugh, are they finally gone?
Yeah, they're gone.
Oof, that was one of the more difficult loads of passengers. I heard a lot of shouting back here while I was flying.
Hey, you telling me? I mean, listen, those the Queens were great, but the other guys, they were rough. Yeah, they were rough.
Well, all I know is I'm beat. We've got 6 hours before the next flight.
Yeah, you want to explore Milwaukee?
I'd rather go back into the painting world if I'm being perfectly honest. You want to come with me?
Yeah, I mean, there's only one painting that leads to the painting world, so we got to jump together.
Okay, so we'll hold hands, and we'll do sort of a running jump.
Why are you describing our daily technique? We do this all the time, Davey. Grab me your hand, and
Grab me your hand.
give me a hand and hop along into the painting. Let's go.
Grab me your hand, and I'll grab you my hand, and let's go.
Let's go.
And then we hear the Super Mario Brothers like dun 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 as they fade away. So Adam, we're here. Why don't we start setting up?
Yeah.
I think while we're doing that, I'll set up my phone in this tree. I just want to turn on the nanny cam and see what old Mike's up to. You know?
Yeah. Mike, can you hear us? Mike, I'm holding down the little talk button.
I swear I'm not a dog. I don't understand. I'm not a dog.
The
and these
audio
people
is
say
not
that I'm a
good.
dog.
I can't hear.
And they're feeding me kibble, which is only kind of tasty. It really sucks.
Okay, I got kibble
Something
tasty.
about a log.
Yeah, log. Oh, they're probably giving him that log of refrigerated pet food that.
Who is they? I'm an adult person. You don't need me. You don't need to send people after me.
We
here.
do a cool camera move where the camera goes inside of the phone and we're in the room with Mike. You ever see
Yes.
that in a movie?
Yeah, and Alex and Adam are just watching this whole scene, but are not a part of it anymore.
Mike, are you ready to go for that walk now?
I don't want to go.
Can you help me find my dog?
Can't go for a walk.
I'm trying. I'm
Walk
trying to
with
get
me.
him out. He really. I don't
I
think he
gotta
wants to
stay.
leave.
For the package.
He's used to it here, but I think he'll adapt.
He seems really passionate about staying here.
Okay,
I'm
do you
not-
want to
No.
stay here?
I
I never caught your name, by the way.
Me?
Yeah,
I have no name.
you were born without a name.
No, and my whole goal in life, my arc, is to find a name.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind for later.
Thanks.
How did you decide on Douglas for your dog?
Oh, he was adopted. He already had
okay.
that name. He picked it out
Are you-
on his own.
Are you hoping to be adopted one day so someone will give you a name?
If I'm being honest, I'm kind of hoping my name has a bigger payoff than that. I've been waiting 48 years.
You're only 48?
Like, it's been such a huge hassle going by my social security number this whole time.
Which is?
Well, I only use the last 4 digits.
Which are?
Which is 0000.
Of course.
I know.
It's you.
Hell of a coincidence.
You were the first Social Security? And
Well,
you're
no,
48?
the other numbers are different.
Uh-huh. Oh, duh. You're right.
Just
You
the last
happen to
4
be
are 4
rounded.
zeros. Yeah. Yeah, I was like,
You're not 000000000.
no, that guy's a dick, and he's also dead.
I think that was FDR. So both
Yeah.
statements hold true.
Oh,
Hey, look.
well, I kind of liked FDR.
If there's one thing, everyone, I always get around to this in my first meeting with someone. Paul W. is a Republican, and I don't care who knows it.
Hey guys.
Who's that?
Oh, it's Douglas.
My name is Mike. Can you please get out of my house? No, I'm not Douglas. My name is Mike. My
He's
last
trying to
name's
speak.
my last.
Speak.
I'm not. I'm
He's
not
to
trying
speak human
to.
words.
This is
Speak,
English.
Douglas.
I can write. Do you want me to write on a paper? Here, I'm gonna write on this piece of legal pad that I'm not a dog, and I write in big letters. I am not a dog. All like in capital letters.
Wow.
All exclamation.
I wish I learned to read.
Here,
Oh
let
my
me
God.
see. Ah, wow! It's incredible how these random scratches that he must have gotten into an inkwell or something, got all over his claws. It's amazing how these random scratches look like words. Wouldn't that be crazy?
What
We
do
would
the
go,
words seem to say?
Iams. Oh, he's asking for more food.
No, I'm
I
not
am's
asking
dog.
for that.
I'm gonna
no.
go. I'm gonna order
Don't get
some.
the cat food. Get Iam's dog.
No, okay.
Immediately, the doorbell rings. Did somebody order some dog food?
Oh,
I've got
the
the package right
Ramazon
here.
man.
How the hell?
Come on in. You want to go golfing?
Oh, that sounds like so much fun.
All
Let's
right.
use the mayor's private course in the back that he has.
All right. Hey, 0000.
I
Come
need
with
to-
us. Let's all
I
go
need-
golfing
Okay.
together.
I need
Yeah,
to
let's go
emphasize
golfing.
that
Bye,
this
Douglas.
is private. This
Here,
is
we're just
private
gonna lock.
property.
Let's just
You
lock
cannot
Douglas in
Put
this
up
room,
the gate.
You cannot
Yeah.
just go. You cannot.
so he can't get out.
I'm gonna. You cannot
Bye,
just
Douglas.
go. I'll stop you if as soon as I figure out how this lock works. I'm getting after you guys. I swear it. I swear it.
Oh, we see Mike is doing he's scratching at the door. We zoom back out of the phone camera. Oh, I was holding down the speak button the whole time. I couldn't hear any of that.
Oh,
He looks
whatever.
like he's doing fine.
Yeah, he looks okay. He's just hanging out.
All right,
that's awesome.
Chairs, right?
Chairs. We have 3.
Okay,
just enough.
Well, I mean, we've sold 3 tickets, so perfect. We've sold 3 tickets, and the other 800 are reserved for queens and their consorts.
Yeah, it's really more like a statement show. Like all the money is being spent by just a few people, but it's still making a bunch of money.
Really, what we're doing, I mean, I don't know if I told you this, but I did invite RuPaul to come and, maybe scout some talent, and then maybe we get 10%,
The Formula 1 driver? Sorry, different kind of drag.
No, the former presidential candidate, RuPaul.
Really?
Yeah.
For president?
Rand's dad.
I will only refer to that RuPaul as RuPaul Rand Paul's dad.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going on statement saying the things that I would say about Rand Paul's dad.
Right.
That I would say about the RuPaul that people may or may not actually be familiar with.
Well, whichever RuPaul shows up, hopefully, scout some talent. We get 10%. Everything.
Hey, is this the drag show?
Sorry, we're not ready. Or are you crew?
No, I'm Rude Paul. I bought one of those tickets.
That's why you came in. You barged right in here, pushed the ushers aside. We are not ready to open just yet. So I'm going to need you to wait out in the lobby or go down the street. There's a nice coffee shop. Sir?
Damn it. I'm Rude Paul. I should be treated better. I'm not nice.
Well, you
away.
get back what you put out into the world.
That guy was rude.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm gonna keep. I think we're all just about ready. I mean, this is only like the first part.
Yeah, we've set up the chairs, so we're ready.
The roller coaster should be getting dropped off anytime. Someone's trying to turn back time.
Is that the ghost of the Milwaukee Convention Center?
No, I'm the chair they set up.
Oh.
Oh, hi, chair.
So chairs, and we've got the lights set up. We've got
They look beautiful. They're all spotlighted down in the middle of the forest.
Hindenburg is still working on the curtains, but we'll hang those up as soon. I think we have 3 hours till showtime, so I think we should be ready by then. How are the queens doing?
Adam,
Yeah.
You said 3 hours.
Yeah.
My clock says 3 minutes.
Wait a second. Your clock's that's a stopwatch, Alan. The stopwatch that we set several hours ago is down to 3 minutes?
Yes.
That's the
Well, I don't know
only
why
explanation for how
Why did we
someone
keep
would
track
say
of
that.
time like this?
Well, that's the countdown until there's only 1 hour left before showtime. We gotta get this into high gear.
Sir,
Hello?
I am ready to perform.
Great.
We're gonna need you to look.
We're expecting like
hold
20
on.
people today, man.
Can I get
Just-
everyone's attention for a second?
Hey,
There
hey,
are
yeah,
a lot
yeah,
of people involved in this production.
I don't know.
If you are going to I'm sorry we didn't have time to learn everyone's names. If you're going to come up to us, please introduce yourselves. Okay, back to what you were doing. Showtime in 1 hour.
Oh, 1 hour. Okay, good.
Thank you.
Good. My name is I'm Rufus. I am the roller coaster technician. But I heard that one of the queens dropped out, and I would like to perform in their place.
We're trying to sort of downplay.
Oh, really?
We're trying to sort of downplay that one of the queens fell out of the blimp on the way here.
Yeah,
and
no, it
dropped
was.
out, but
You can downplay it as much as you want, but it became very, very clear that she made a lot of noise as she was falling. That's all I want to say.
well, luckily she was doing like an Amelia Earhart thing, so she did have the parachute.
So she got eaten by crabs.
She had a parachute.
Okay, gotcha.
Separately, she was dealing with an STI, so you could say she was getting
sorry.
eaten by crabs.
I'm sorry,
but
I
that
didn't
would
mean
be
to
a
sound
little
insensitive.
crass.
I didn't mean to sound
That would be a
insensitive.
little bit crass.
A little bit crabs. But I mean, we do need someone for the the Amelia Earhart number. We're going to be doing, obviously,
I know several
songs
things.
about flying for
I can do that.
solid 30 minutes of the show.
I can.
If you think you're so prepared,
I believe I can fly.
then tell me two things.
We cut that one.
Oh, damn it! Hold on. I could do this.
We're doing "Fly Like an Eagle,"
Okay.
Steve Miller Band.
I know that one. I know that I can do that. We got to fly like an eagle. Do. Yeah, that's it.
Right. Whoa,
Yeah, that's
that
it.
was good. Whoa.
I know it.
Okay.
I know this stuff. Listen, guys, I don't know much about drag, but I'm very good at performing. And I'll sing, I'll flip, I'll fly, I'll do anything. I'll do it. I'll make it happen.
Well, before we can have you join
So
this
to
show,
recap, you don't know much about drag, you are good at performing, and you will fly.
I will fly. And
Okay.
number 4, I'm the roller coaster technician. I'm in charge of making sure the roller coaster goes.
Okay. Sorry, Alex. You were saying?
great. Well, first of all, does the roller coaster go good?
It's going okay, but there's actually like weird peanut butter mac and cheese in the engine, so we got it. We got it. We
shit.
got an hour. We can clean that up.
I knew I shouldn't
Okay,
have
great.
rewound.
And second question, we really don't feel comfortable letting anyone perform without first knowing where they stand on Raymond politics. I want to know your opinion on the breakup between Amy and Robert, and if you feel it was justified, or if it was probably, or if it could have been worked out.
So, to be clear, I've been. Actually, no, I was on the blimp. Never mind. I saw the episode. I was going to say I've been here in Milwaukee. But no, I was on.
We
I was,
brought the roller coaster with us. You've been here.
yeah.
Yeah, we picked it up like that episode of Phineas and Ferb. We just
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm aware. I was working on the roller coaster at the moment. Actually, that was a terrifying time for me, but I figured it out. I mean, I'll be real. I think on the one hand, like Robert's allegedly, assuming that Robert said the things that he said, because typically, when you're recounting stuff, you like to make yourself look like the better person. Assuming that it went that way, his concerns were fairly reasonable. It was fine. As I think even Ray said, like, that makes sense. And Deborah shouted him down. I think Deborah was in the wrong for most of this episode, by the way. We'll say that. But at the same time,
Interesting.
I will say that I thought it was like a reasonable request. But on the other hand, Amy wants to get married, and she's no longer convinced that is indeed what Robert wants. She's entirely within her right to be like, I'm going to go look at someone that wants to give me 4 grandkids. I think that's fair. Sucks, but I don't think it was unreasonable. I think that if Robert expressed that he didn't want to get married because Ray says that it's like being a hostage, she's in the right to say, hey, I want to get a ring on this finger. Fuck off, bozo. I think that's entirely Amy's right.
I think it's complicated. Like, the thing that is sort of tripping me up with this is we find out towards the end of the episode that they've been together for 2 years at this point. I mean, I guess we could have deduced that from watching the show for 2 seasons, but we get confirmation. They've been together for 2 years, and apparently when Amy comes into the apartment for the first time, she mentions, like, this is the plan, which implies to me that they've talked about this before, that Robert is going to move out, then they're going to get married, then they're going to have grandkids, they're going to have kids, and then presumably in the future they're going to have grandkids.
Don't put that on them.
She did say the plan and not our plan. It could have been her plan. She could have not mentioned this to Robert explicitly yet, because I think she was very much like implicitive instead of just straight out saying like we should move in together. She's never been like that in the show. So I feel like between that and Robert's kind of airheadedness, I feel like just a sincere lack of actually talking about their future is the butt of the issue here, where Amy and Robert both have the idea of like the plan, and they both just have different like visions inside.
And we do get that line in the last scene, or the penultimate scene, of Marie saying they were gonna move out, get married, have 4 grandkids, or give me 4 grandkids. That's what we talked about. So I'm sort of picturing that, along those lines, Marie and Amy were talking about this and getting all excited about their future while Robert was in the room, sort of,
Definitely.
Well,
Robert was in the room, definitely, because
if I may, and I'm not a Limbrook native or anything. I am actually
Where are you
Milwaukee. I'm Milwaukee based, believe it or not. Go Brewers.
you traveled to Limbrook to make sure the roller coaster got here safely. Wow, I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you are a
Keep that in mind
Milwaukee-based theatrical
tipping me.
roller coaster technician.
Correct.
Got it.
Go
That's what it
Packers.
says on your Packers. Oh, football
Packers.
fan?
Wisconsin. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
to know.
Brewers, Packers, Bucks. I don't think there's a hockey team out here, so I think
We
that's
got
it.
the whole, at the end of the show, all of the queens are going to come out and do the Super Bowl shuffle, so I hope
can't
you're
wait.
ready for that.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, we haven't seen the Super Bowl, and then you guys stole Aaron Rodgers from us, but that's a whole other thing.
Hey,
I'm
look,
still
we
upset about
settled with the family. We apologized publicly for kidnapping Aaron Rodgers and taking him to Limbrook.
We
Don't
gave him
throw
back.
that in our face.
that.
We gave him back.
He said it was like an ayahuasca realization or whatever, because he's big on ayahuasca, but that's a different thing. Anyway, if I may,
That sounds like a real detail.
it is a real detail. If there's one thing Wisconsinites do not mess with, it's Aaron Rodgers and his affinity with ayahuasca. That's a different story.
And hey, I hope everything is good with the roller coaster, because we are going to have the guy from the State Farm commercials who is wearing the cheese head and says Rogers come out on the roller coaster at the end. This is from several years ago. Come out at the end on the roller coaster as sort of like a pandering thing. He's going to be driving the roller coaster like Santa, and that's our big finale.
Is
And
he
I
gonna
mean
do-
the actual guy. It's not a drag queen dressed up as him.
Is he going to do the freaking discount double check? Is that going to be
That's
his?
what it was.
Yeah,
That's going to be his whole thing, yeah.
yeah.
Well, we're doing camp presented by State Farm and the discount double check. They're bringing it back.
Okay. I actually had a point to begin this
Yes,
before I
sorry.
went on my Aaron Rodgers rant. And that is that I think that the plan they were referencing was actually the plan that Robert referenced a couple episodes ago when he was talking about moving out. I think that that's the specific thing where he talked about, go home, save some money, meet a girl, then move out, presumably get married and have apparently 4 grandkids. But he laid that out. I think that was what Amy was referencing. I don't think that was supposed to be new. This is indeed like basically a successor to the Robert moving out episode, because
Yeah.
Marie clearly still blames Robert for him bouncing,
Ray.
or still blames Ray
Yeah.
for Robert
This really
bouncing.
did feel like a sequel to that episode. You're right.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to have them so close together. These are 2 big life changes for Robert.
With one episode apart.
Well, with 4.5 months between them, if we're given, if this is not happening concurrently with the events
According
of
to
the
all
previous
of the
episode.
calculations made last week.
Yeah. But yeah, back-to-back big changes, and you just said something that I wanted to point out. Oh, Marie says you just can't, in that penultimate scene, she said Amy would have had 4 children right away. Does she mean, and this question will determine whether or not you get in the show, does she mean quadruplets? Thank you. Couldn't remember what that was called. Or back-to-back.
Well,
Or
that's
2 sets of twins. Or 1 set of triplets and 1
Other.
solo flyer.
Solo
Yeah.
flyer.
Single rider.
Single
Single
rider.
rider.
We call him.
Thank you.
Well, I will say that, on the one hand, I think we determined that at this point Amy's 35 years old, which is not old by any stretch of the
Find that
imagination.
email. Hold on.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did hear that you guys had a very enthusiastic writer. But I think we determined Amy's about 35 years old, which means that I don't know if she would have time to have 4 kids back to back to back to back. So presumably all at once, or maybe I don't know. I guess the 4 at once would be my.
I mean,
I
everyone's
guess.
different.
Yeah.
She could.
Yeah, but
Amy
it'd
is
be tougher.
actually 33 at the time of
Oh, okay,
Good
that's a little
Girls,
different,
which
actually.
was a year ago. So
So
we
she's
can let's say
34.
generously she's 34.
Yeah. So I mean, 4 back to back to back to back. Not saying that's impossible by any stretch, but would be unusual. Well, actually, no, maybe it wouldn't be.
To have 4 children back to back at age 34?
Yeah, like, I guess if you did 2 sets of Irish twins, you could make it happen.
I don't know.
Why do they have to be Irish?
Well, Irish twins are the...
We do have 2 sets of Irish twins in the show who are going to be doing, obviously, shipping up to Boston. It's part of our whole Departed segment.
I did notice that Martin Sheen was here getting into makeup. That's a pretty big get for you guys.
Yes,
but
Martin Sheen
Irish...
is doing drag uncredited in this Departed production.
But Alex, I don't just to clear up confusion. No, Irish twins are when two children are born within 1 calendar year of each other. Basically, being like you had a child and then you had sex immediately. They're called Irish twins because they're born in the same year, but not concurrently. And it's
so that makes them Irish.
Yeah, because Irish people like to fuck. That's how it goes.
I think it's based on the Catholic thing of not using contraception.
Catholic people like to fuck. Yeah, exactly. This is a thing. I didn't make this up.
No,
this
you're
is
right.
like a
I've heard
terminology.
That. Yes,
this is a term.
I actually refrained from using that.
That's not an offensive term.
I'm on the wrong side of the troubles.
Yeah.
Leave me
This guy
alone.
clearly has an Irish background, so it's okay for him to say.
I don't know. I don't think that the Irish get offended by the Irish twins.
I'm on
phrasing.
the wrong side of the troubles, and yes, our Bloody Sunday segment is pretty gruesome. But don't worry, you won't be in
You're doing a Bloody Sunday. Hold on.
Obviously.
Just to back up here, you're doing a Bloody Sunday drag show? That seems like it's an incredibly poor taste. Or what's next? You got a drag potato famine in here? That doesn't seem okay.
We were going to, but we couldn't find a good song about potatoes, and there's a very famous song about Bloody Sunday.
Yeah, Did you run this by Bono? I don't know if he's...
Bono is in the show!
You got Bono?
Yes!
He's performing as Bona.
That was very good.
That was a good
That was stupid.
Well, I mean, that is the centerpiece of the show. That's why you must have seen in the loading dock, we got the big U2 video screens and the lemon.
Yeah,
you know about the lemon?
The lemon? What is the lemon? We want to know about the lemon.
Back in the 90s, U2 did a tour where they opened the show by coming out of a giant mechanical lemon, and then famously during that tour, they got stuck in the lemon. So hopefully that doesn't happen.
They're still in the lemon? Is that what's happening? Is that what you're telling me?
Well, it's sort of like
it's
a Stockholm Syndrome thing where Bono, they got out of the lemon, but he had gotten so used to the lemon.
The lemon never got out of them.
Exactly. You can take Bono out of the lemon, you can't take the lemon out of Bono, is what we found out when we purchased the lemon and he came with it. Mm-hmm. And that's right, we bought the lemon. We own it now. It's not a rental like the roller coaster. So you were saying about the episode?
I have no idea anymore. I feel like I lost it.
You gave a lot of good points, actually, and
cool.
I'm thankful that you showed up. Thank you for working on our thingy.
Can I perform now?
Yeah, you
get
passed.
The fuck out of here.
You answered the question correctly, which is I wanted you to say Irish twins. And
good. I got there.
And that's sort of the password
you passed
around here.
The test.
Exactly.
What, Irish twins?
Irish twins
Don't
is the
tell anyone
password.
else about that.
Okay, cool.
Because it's sponsored by Guinness and State Farm, and obviously the two are related in a tragic way. But the discount double check is this thing that they're trying to do at bars now, where they'll serve you a Guinness, and it has to be a Guinness, and then that guy Cheesehead will be there, and he'll do the discount double check dance, and then they will give you the same beer but cheaper. That's the only thing that can be.
It's an interesting thing that we've apparently realized that we're doing Irish history, but instead of performing a deeply sad thing, because Irish history isn't happy. It's instead you're doing a happy freaking drag show with Bloody Sunday.
Well,
What
we
does the roller
pitched
coaster
it
fit
as
into this?
we pitched it as a camping themed drag show, but
What
it
the hell?
has sort of gotten out of hand as our budget for large mechanical stage pieces
It is
has
greatly
gone
expanded.
Up. Yes.
Yeah. No. We are spending everything on this. And like look around, it's coming together
It's
very
paying
well.
Off.
Dividends, like so much of this weekend was about this show going off without a hitch, and I think we're doing great. And now you are headlining, so
Headlining?
Yeah,
I was
the Amelia
negotiating.
Earhart part is the biggest part because she parachutes down into the potato famine and hands potatoes out to everyone. This part doesn't have music. It's kind of like a real dramatic moment.
yeah,
in the
it's
show.
also
She
it's
died
also
in the
the
Bermuda
intermission where people
Triangle.
get their food.
Well, we've got the Angela's Ashes kid from the poster and is going to receive a potato from Amelia Earhart because that's what happened in history. And then is going to lift it aloft, and then we're going to play some Les Mis music because we sort of ran out of licensing money, and that was the cheapest.
You ran out of licensing money, and so you got the rights to Les Miserables, the most popular opera in all of Broadway history?
Surprisingly
That is
cheap.
correct. Yes. Yeah, it was like $4.99 for the whole soundtrack.
And when we say licensing, we mean we did buy the CD.
Those aren't the same things, to be clear.
Yes, they are.
I also am not 100% sure about what Les Miserables has to do with Ireland.
It's just
except
more the
fact-
kid lifting something aloft is what I was
okay.
thinking of.
Gotcha.
It really hinges on the aloftness of it all.
I'm gonna go take the peanut butter out of the roller coaster engine.
Yeah, go and, get your wardrobe and everything. And
Oh, man, I'm already wearing it.
I think that was it. Oh,
That's the right answer.
yeah, no, it did bomber jacket, whatever that leather thing is. Oh, and you can keep that on because it's sort of the leather helmet that Amelia Earhart wears with the goggles is also going to work for the start of the show, which is like a Leatherheads 1940s football thing.
What the fuck is this show?
It starts with Leatherheads. It goes through Irish history. There's a roller coaster with the discount double check guy. And then it ends with the Super Bowl shuffle.
And at some point, there are dancing sleeping bags? Alright, cool. Alright. Anyway.
Yeah, throughout.
And they're wearing push-up bras.
Yes.
Alright, I'm in.
Okay, good. This was the most successful and coherent audition we've had so far.
I didn't
Yeah.
even sing yet. Okay.
Oh, shit. Well, he's already
It's
gone.
fine. It's fine. Show's starting in 20 minutes.
That
so
was 40
go get ready.
minutes.
Yeah, believe it or not.
We really have to
talk
edit
a lot.
that pitch deck because I was reading that from the pitch deck the whole time. We've really got to edit that down. Okay, so we've got to get shit together here. I mean,
Don't worry, we're almost done. We're almost done.
okay. Can we cut to the painting world? Wow, these cotton candy clouds are delicious, Pickles.
No, don't you know it? They put the blue ones out, and it just tastes much better.
The painting world is fantabulous. Although, there's something I wanted to ask you. And this is
Davey?
a little awkward. You ever feel like our relationship, pilot and blimp owner, operator, waiter,
That's me.
is sort of like a hostage situation?
Yeah, I get that all the time, actually. I get that, too.
And while I do enjoy the Murphy handcuffs on the Murphy bed, it does sort of feel like if I'm putting all the pieces together, it's, it almost feels like my first marriage, which was also like a hostage situation.
That sounds unfortunate. I'm glad you got out of that, Davey.
I was just watching, on the, what was supposed to be the altimeter, the thing that tells you how high you are, but was actually season 3, episode 9 of Everybody Loves Raymond that was blaring in the cockpit.
Yeah, that was obnoxious of him, right?
It was obnoxious at first, but once I adjusted to the volume and I could sort of hear what he was saying, I mean, I don't know. I felt like that metaphor, while troubling, it made a lot of sense to a guy like me. What did you think about that scene where Ray is going off the rails at Robert. I mean, it sort of sounded like a stand-up bit to me of like, oh, I was waiting for the delivery because of my wife, and the being married is like a hostage situation. It felt very premisey.
Yeah,
What did you think?
I can understand where you're coming from with that. I really do. But on the other hand, I gotta be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna cut Ray some slack. I know that he came across as bad, but also, you're allowed to be frustrated. You're allowed to vent to a trusted individual like your brother. Yeah, he said some things that were terrible and inexcusable and all that stuff, but also, like, you know, who hasn't said shit they regret while they're talking about how upset they are that they have to do a menial chore that they otherwise didn't think that they had to do. Like, it's, I don't know, I'm with Ray in that. I don't think that Robert was correct or even close to correct in taking that as advice. I think he was just blowing off some steam and just had to have somebody there. That's kind of how. Oh, a seagull.
Wow.
Yes, I am Eagle the Seagull, and I am here to agree with you, Pickles.
Hey, I love the Peyton world. Look at this guy. Look at Eagle the Seagull. He's even got an American flag wings and everything.
Yes. What the fuck?
I have to say, Eagle the Seagull, I think you look very majestic and patriotic, but I mean, just next to the melting clocks and the water lilies and the starry night, I feel like, is this your neighborhood, or are you from maybe a sort of kitschier part of town? Not to be like a NIMBY here, but
what are you talking about? This is.
I just have certain expectations of the painting world.
My nephew Nuggets painted him last week. Come on, cut him some slack.
Is that George W. Bush riding on your back? Holding a gun that says 9/11 on it?
Don't mind him. Eagle the Seagull is fully clairvoyant in the ways of shut the fuck up.
Okay, wow.
I'm here to agree with Pickles. Because I think that while, yes, Ray may have gone a little too far in the venting in the sense that he intentionally ignored the benefits of his life, he was just letting off steam to his brother, who did not give him any indication that he was unsure about his own relationship or looking for advice on the subject. And I think Robert specifically was not inspired by Ray to talk with Amy, but rather found the proper voice in which to approach the discussion from, which was not the proper voice, but it's the one that Robert chose. I'm Eagle the Seagull. Thank you.
Oh, flew away. And he's leaving stars and stripes behind him as he flies through the fireworks. Wow.
Eagle, we gotta go to the Mona Lisa. She got WMD.
Eagle the Seagull, away!
Was that George W. Bush saying they have to go to the Mona Lisa because Mona Lisa has WMDs?
That's what I had. All right, I got it. Okay. All right. I'm out.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Are you from Are you from Ramazan?
No, I'm
Of course not. Why would you be? Why would you
I'm
ever
just
be?
a guy. I'm just a guy. I was taking a walk, but I saw a delivery man by the front door. So I asked him what he was here for, and he was dropping off a package, but he needed to be signed. I couldn't sign for it, so he just left. But he left you this note.
Why didn't he come to the address that I put on the thing? It says come to apartment 4D. This is apartment 4D. Why did he not do that? What's the note say? Come on.
Here. It says, I thought you said apartment 40, not apartment 4D.
There is
so
no
I went to
apartment
town hall
40.
Instead. Yeah, he said he couldn't find it, so he just went to town hall.
It didn't ring the bell. He didn't ring nothing. I just...
Hey, you know, I know this guy. He does a route all over town. You probably could still catch him if you ran
Where
really
is he?
fast. I don't...
Where is he going next? You say you know his route. Where is he going next, guy?
Well, after town hall, he usually just goes down that street and then makes a left by the dunk this. So he's probably still parked over there.
Sounds like
dropping off mail.
Sounds like he's on Atlantic. Guy, you want to come on an adventure?
Okay.
All right, I got this. Get down on all fours. I give him my leash, and we
All right.
bolt off.
He jumps on you like a bear.
We bolt off, and as I'm running, I just turn around, just like, "Hey, guy,
Yes.
you comfortable up there?"
No.
Okay, good. I just wanted to ask you. Speaking of being uncomfortable, what did you think? I felt a lot of empathy for Ray in that scene where he was being confronted by all of his relatives. What did you feel about that? How did you feel about it?
I completely agree. I think the empathy given to Ray in that scene, or rather the lack of, was drastic. I think Deborah was putting a lot of blame on him because she didn't really see the full circumstance of the story. We didn't even, as an audience, see what Robert and Amy discussed, so we have no idea what Amy told Deborah. Probably was a lot worse than what Ray actually said.
That's how these things typically go.
And just based on Deborah's information, you can't really blame her because from her perspective, it just seems like Robert was given the idea to dump Amy when he was otherwise happy just because of Ray complaining about his marriage to her. So I can understand her anger, but knowing what we know about what Ray said and how Robert was already feeling...
Watch out.
He flies off into oncoming traffic and gets hit by a bus. Oh!
Guy, you just gotta... Alright, well...
I agree with you.
Thank you. Thank you, Guy. Alright. Can't help him, the light's red, so that sucks.
Mike says that, and there's a traffic cop standing on the sidewalk nodding approvingly. Attaboy.
Thank you.
And then we see a thought bubble come, or sort of like a dream sequence, like wave of the cop imagining having a canine traffic cop partner, and they're running through the streets, pulling people over.
Wouldn't it be nice if we could, wouldn't it have to
sicking him on people.
Wouldn't it be nice if we
Throwing the
could
dog up into a tree to get a cat down. I guess that's more of a fireman thing, but you get the picture. And we come back and fade back in, and he's smiling, and I can't do a wolf whistle, but he goes, hey, come here, boy.
I'm not a dog.
Come here. Come here, boy.
Not a dog. I don't know why.
You want a treat?
I would love a treat, actually.
Come here.
I'm gonna go over
Do
there.
a left turn.
A left. Okay. I'm gonna put on my blinker. Right. And you see, Mike G does a full around the block to go get the treat. So I'm not You got a treat. I'm not a dog, but I'll eat the treat.
Look at this collar here, and
okay.
Oh.
I'm not a dog.
Douglas.
I'm not Douglas.
Douglas.
That was a collar that was incorrectly given to me.
Douglas.
Yeah.
How would you like to serve and protect?
I'm in.
All right, come on. Let me scoop you up so we can go through the crosswalk.
I mean, I can walk it. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Okay, cool. Hey, I just wanted to ask you, what was your favorite joke from this episode?
Pardon?
What was your favorite joke from the Everybody Loves Raymond episode?
Everybody Loves Raymond episode. Oh, you mean season 3, episode 9, the Lone Barone that was on today?
Yeah, that one.
Well, first of all, any episode with police officers in it, that is to say Robert Barone, wins a big stamp of approval from me.
What's your name, traffic cop?
My name?
Yeah.
Bobbert Robone.
Got it, Bobbert. Thank you. So you're just a general fan of cops in
Well, I've always felt a special connection with Robert Barone. I'm not sure why, but it's just I can really see myself in him. He's sort of like a mirror image of me in a way. Almost like an anagram of my personality. I also will make peanut butter and jelly, except I use my feet instead of my hands.
Oh, that's gross.
I've licked a record player, and that's when I invented scratching. I've also... What? You look surprised.
You invented scratching?
I'm the DJ from Sugar Ray.
Oh, I thought that you meant when you have an itch. I thought that was...
No, record scratching.
Oh, okay.
I actually recorded, in addition to being the DJ from Sugar Ray, I actually recorded the record scratch sound effect that you hear anytime somebody walks into a party or something where they're not supposed to be.
Understood.
What was your question?
Oh, your favorite joke from the episode?
Well, like I was saying, I've always related to Robert, and of course one of my favorite jokes from this episode was one of Robert's. Ray opens the door, Robert says, hey. Ray says, oh, crap, because he's expecting the delivery guy. And then Robert says, thanks, and you might want to cinch your robe. You got a little fruit coming out of the loom.
That was a good joke.
I laughed and laughed. That was a good joke.
That was a good, very good joke.
Very well-constructed joke.
I like that one.
Yeah, what was your favorite joke from the episode?
I really liked the part where, like, in the middle of Ray putting his foot in his mouth over and over and over again about marriage to Robert, and I just generally liked it where Deborah was like, tell Robert something you like about marriage. And he's like, yeah, marriage is, and then he, like, pauses for a good 10 seconds. That felt very real. But also after he said something objectively very sweet about finding the right person and how she's always there and stuff like that, and everybody took a moment. Then Frank just says, I would like a minute to rebut. That got me to laugh out loud. I really liked that joke.
That was good. I liked Marie's callback, though. So when Ray's giving his speech, which I didn't find necessarily as stirring, I felt like it was like a C+. Like, I got the point of it, and I think Deborah at the end of the episode correctly calls out, it wasn't like the most moving speech of all time. True. But Ray mentions it while he's floundering, when you fall asleep and you stop breathing for a minute, she's there to wake you up. I loved Marie's callback to Frank's saying, I'd like a minute to rebut with, if I were you, I wouldn't stop breathing in my sleep.
Yeah, that was funny,
that
too.
was cold.
That was a good one. Yeah.
That was good.
That was good.
Yeah. Hey, I like you.
I like you, too. Hey, by the way, I just remembered that I'm supposed to be tracking down a very important package. Do you mind coming with me? The guy that was showing me where we were going just died.
Well, donuts first. So
yeah, donuts first.
Push into the.
I know how the beat works.
God, gotta get past. Who would leave a hand truck so close to an entryway? Yeah, this town's going downhill, but unfortunately, it's not against the law, so I can't do anything about it. Oh, IPS. These guys are the worst.
They're the worst.
All right. Our menu. We've got jelly, peanut butter. Jelly and peanut butter.
They have it on stereo?
Mac and cheese and diced tomatoes. I think they stopped the stereo promotion. It sounds like there's a lot of hubbub back there.
I'm gonna go find somebody. I'm gonna go sniff it out.
Okay. Hey, wait. Let me give you this badge. It's a stick-on, so don't worry, it won't pin you.
Thank you.
You're deputized, boy.
Thank you.
And hey, here's that treat I was talking about.
I am not a dog, but this is indeed tasty. Thank you. I feel the need to emphasize to you once again.
What did you want?
Give me a peanut butter and jelly.
On
donut.
Stereo?
On stereo if possible.
Got it. Go, boy. Go get him.
Dehumanizing, but okay. Hey, hello? Hello?
He sort of noses his way into the kitchen at the Dunk This Donut, and we see the inner workings where, like, children are churning big things. It's all very, like, Oliver Twist, like Charles Dickens, Industrial Revolution, a lot of smoke and stuff. Mike, of course, being Mike, is not doing anything about these flagrant child labor violations. He's looking for
the delivery
man.
And here's one for you. And another one for... Who goes there?
It's me.
Well, I don't know what that... I can only hear you.
Gee, you have a package of mine.
You missed my drop-off.
You didn't come up to apartment 4D.
You wrote 40.
I did not. I wrote 4 and then the letter D, and you didn't come there. And it's
the letter D has a harsh line on the left of it. You just made it look a little curly so that it looks like a 0.
Give me my package.
What package?
I had a package. I don't know what's in it, but a package for the mayor or for Mike G. Or for the deputy of packages in the village of Limbrook. One of those names. That should be mine.
Oh, yeah, hang on. This package, right? And he pulls out just like a little cardboard box, and it says Alex the Mayor on it.
I guess that would be it, yeah.
Well, I'm going to need the mayor's signature for this, so I'll come back with it tomorrow.
I actually have the specific authority to sign for the mayor. That's part of my job.
I would need to speak with the mayor.
You know what? See this badge? It's stick-on. I just got it, and I'm very proud of it. And you're under arrest.
Oh, heard the magic word coming in. May everybody be decent. Coming in. It's me, Bobbert Rabone.
Bobbert, this
I heard
guy
we're making
stole
an
my
arrest.
package. Get him.
All right. Sir, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Let me get out my... Where the fuck are my handcuffs?
We cut to Alex and Adam. Alex is spinning the cuffs around his finger at like dancing to the music.
Oh, sequencing, though, we flash back to Bobbert Rabone riding on the blimp and Pickles stealing the handcuffs from his belt and putting them up with the Murphy bed. We see a montage of then, several days later, Pickles taking the handcuffs out and seductively twirling them in the pilot Davy's direction, but accidentally leaving them on Alex and Adam's table. Then we flash forward to Alex noticing the handcuffs, scooping them up surreptitiously, and then we flash to Alex swinging the handcuffs around like a real sexy cop stripper, I guess.
We're shipping up to Boston.
Oh,
shit.
Sunday, bloody Sunday.
Shipping up to Boston.
I accidentally locked one of the handcuff things to my wrist.
This
Well, shit,
rehearsal is going
as long
great.
as
This is going to
As long
be
as
awesome.
this other one remains unlocked, it should be okay.
I can't
but let's just
believe-
all remember
Yes.
that I have this on my wrist from this point on.
Got it. I think the mashup is working, by the way. This is going to be huge. We are going, and by the way, showtime in 5. 5, everybody.
4?
No, minutes.
Oh, okay.
Or are you hitting a golf ball?
4?
Oh, shit.
He's hitting a golf ball. We follow the golf ball, goes out through the rafters of the Milwaukee Convention Center and flies over the United States and lands through the ceiling of Dunk This Donut in Limbrook, where it squarely hits Mike in the nads. Oh shit! I thought you were neutered. You can't be on the force if you're not neutered.
What? I'm not a dog.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to dishonorably discharge you. Give me that.
Not a dog. Ow! Not a dog.
Look, I like you. You got testicles. Can you at least, can I just talk to the mayor? Can you give him, a call or
The
something?
mayor's in Milwaukee.
So he doesn't have a phone?
He does. Wait, that's a good point. Hold on.
Well, hey, I do have jurisdiction in Milwaukee. It is sister cities with Limbrook, and so
Yeah, there is a very
everyone knows that sister cities have shared jurisdiction for their local law enforcement.
that does explain why there's such a big Packers fan base here in Limbrook, New York.
That's why I was all over the news in Taiwan when I was taking all those cats out of trees.
Feels like more of a fire department thing.
I get that a lot. But hey, what do you guys say we, if you're willing to stay with us and I don't have to use force, Mr. Delivery Man, what do you say we get in the police blimp and we head out to Milwaukee?
I would like that.
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right.
There
You're
are
game.
35
I like you.
There are 35 blimps in the world, and 2 of them were in Limbrook.
I've still got some packages left, but fuck it.
He
Oh.
throws the packages and all the orphans leap up and grab them. And inside the packages, believe it or not, parents. And then we cut out 2.
Orphans.
Yeah, they were orphans. Dickensian.
Oh my god. Cool. Okay, yeah, awesome.
And we cut to Milwaukee. 10 seconds to showtime. Alex, Adam, Rufus, and all the drag queens are in a big circle, and we're doing our pre-show prayer. Amen. Okay.
A woman.
A non-binary.
A non-binary.
A
All of the above.
Milwaukee.
That's it.
Fonzie. So break a leg, everyone, and remember, RuPaul is in the audience. So you might have
It's a big
shot.
deal.
You might have a shot at VP if this goes well tonight.
It's not a competition, but only one of you will be chosen, if any.
Yes,
So make sure you do better than everyone else.
Just leave it all on the stage.
that's right. Okay, Alex, I think it's time to open up the roof. The
Awesome.
dome.
I mean, and I couldn't think of a more luxurious curtain for you to open.
Yes, I am. Hold on. And 70, 80, 90, 100 pounds per square inch of pure hydrogen. And I am at the ready. So you open the curtain. You open the roof, and I will open the curtain, and then the show will start. All right.
Excellent.
Hi guys, we're on in 5, 4.
That's right,
3,
Rufus. You got it. Here we go.
2, 1.
All of this stuff happens that we just described. So that the ceiling opens, the curtain sort of starts to pull just as the other blimp is coming in through the roof of the convention center because the delivery driver really needs to talk to Alex. Obviously slams right into the hydrogen curtains. And everyone completely uninjured, don't worry, flies out of the convention center in the air as Rufus, luckily, was already in his prop Amelia Earhart plane, which is functioning, flies, scooping everyone up, all of the 800 attendees, Adam, Alex, Mike, the IPS driver, Officer Bobbert Robone. Well, oh God, so much debris.
It's a small plane, I'm very sorry.
What is this?
Oh, whoa, a lot of people on this small plane.
Worlds collide over here.
Make sure you pick up RuPaul. Make sure you pick up RuPaul down there.
I will never miss the libertarian presidential candidate from years past. I forget what year anyway.
I don't know, 2012
Mike, what the hell
or
are you
something.
doing here? I told you to wait for the damn package.
I am waiting for the damn package. Answer your phone. We gotta get a signature here.
We did the Dave Chappelle thing where you have to hand in your phone, including crew and cast.
That's stupid.
Package for you, Mr. Mayor. Oh, great. Where do I sign? Nah, it's all right. I recognize you. You're just good.
Oh, go fuck
Thanks.
yourself.
All right. Oh, great. Oh, sweet. It's a handcuff key.
Are you
This was
kidding?
annoying me. Thanks, Mike.
I hate
It all comes
this.
around full circle.
I'll take those. Mr. Delivery Driver, you are under arrest for... Well, I'm not actually sure why.
He stole
I'm
my
just
package.
following Mike's lead here.
I want to go to jail anyway, so just, yeah, I'll go.
Hey, you know what they got a lot of in jail?
Packages.
That's right.
Anyway, are we going back to, are we going back down? I feel like the hydrogen and the fires
Let's
makes
just fly
for a bad
home.
idea. Yeah.
We're done
Whoa,
here.
whoa, the fuel gauge on the plane, it's going way down. I don't know if we're gonna make it, guys.
We're gonna crash.
We haven't done this in weeks. We're about to crash into the ground. Wait.
This happened. Yeah, this does
This
happen
happens
a lot.
quite frequently.
And we see over the Milwaukee skyline and the sunset the other blimp coming, and they're coming to rescue us. We've got Pickles hanging from like a Batman grappling hook. Davy's piloting it.
Oh, I thought it was Billy for a second. This is much better.
Hey, it's Pickles.
I told y'all there were
Pickles.
benefits to having a blimp flyer that's an ex-Air Force Korea War veteran. Everybody get in.
And
Every time.
as they're just about to pick them up, Davy notices that one of the invited guests to this show was Kim Jong-un. You know, now's my chance. Here I go. And he starts to kamikaze it. Pickles jumps
Davey,
off.
Davey, don't. The war's
Pickles
over.
jumps off. We're all
Davey.
teetering on Amelia Earhart's plane.
Davey.
Just as the lemon lifts off from backstage, and it's carrying the roller coaster with it, with the discount double check guy on it, and he's doing the discount double check, and everyone leaps onto the roller coaster and leaps into the lemon, and we all lift off into low Earth orbit.
Oh, hey, we're in space.
Whoa!
Ish. This is not true space. We're still saving that for a rainy day.
Hey, speaking of space, what did you guys think about Robert deciding to break it off with Amy?
Oh yeah,
Robert
that's
didn't
right.
decide to break it off with Amy. Amy decided to break it off with Robert.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
But
yeah.
Robert came at her with a basically just like wannabe FWB.
Friends with Barone.
Yes. He meant no. Yeah, there was no like sexual innuendo there. It's just
Do you want to be
friends
just friends
with me?
with Barone?
But no, Amy dumped him. I thought
Yeah.
again. we as an audience didn't see this.
Right.
We did not see this discussion, so we do not know exactly what happens. We can gather a good number, but we can't really say whether or not anyone was being too much or too little. Robert clearly needed some space of his own, and Amy clearly was ready for to get married.
Yeah.
They were ready for two different things. Robert just really only recently getting probably his first real taste of freedom ever, considering he probably lived with his parents until he got married, lived with a controlling partner, and then moved back in with his parents. So this is the first time in his adult life he really just is on his own. And he got to enjoy that for a minute screen time before Amy came in and really started being really involved.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but when you want space, that could be not what you want. So I feel like Robert and Amy could have definitely reached an agreement that left their relationship intact. But this probably, if I had to guess, blew up into a big fight.
Too soon.
That ended with Amy walking out because she felt hurt.
Hey guys, I don't mean to be a spoil sport here, but we are in lower space. Can we go down to a place where we have enough oxygen to discuss this?
Take it up with Bono, whoever you are.
Bona?
Yeah. Where's Bona?
Yeah, sorry, Bona. I wanted to say that, yeah, I agree with that. There's probably a middle ground where we can still be together, but we don't need to be rushing until to get married. And I liked, it's sort of interesting to contrast Robert with Raymond, because you can imagine and sort of the diagnosis that Deborah gives this at first of how hard it is to get a guy like Robert to commit. And you can imagine that's how it was with Ray, but this isn't really a commitment issue with Robert. This is an independence issue. He's never lived on his own, you're right. And we only got to see him enjoy that, and he really was enjoying it for a minute. And Marie accusing him of being selfish, his response to that, I think, really underscores the difference between them of, good, this is my life, not yours, not yours, not yours, not even Raymond's. I was go off, Robert, king, right? Am I using that correctly?
Mm-hmm. The queens all shake their head no.
Disapprovingly. The queens all shake their head no, and I'm yeah, I got it. I loved his mic drop line. If you want to find me, I'll be at the Crown View Apartments, Unit 9F. It still says Chung on the buzzer downstairs, but that's me. And storming out. I loved that moment for Robert. It was a real, severing with what was, holding him back, the living with Marie and Frank, and then maybe his relationship with Amy not holding him back, but, he needs that time to develop and sort of grow into himself, even though he is a 40-year-old man or whatever. I liked that forceful change that he's initiating, which we don't always see on Everybody Loves Raymond. Mm-hmm. So I was and I'll say it again for the folks in the back, looking around for approval of all the queens. Yas, king.
A muttering of mixed reviews.
Better this time.
Wasn't as bad. Wasn't as bad.
Yas. Mike. Oh, he's sleeping. He's watching dog TV 24 hours separation anxiety relaxing music on the lemon.
It's very comfortable here. Don't wake me up.
This is definitely someone's kink.
Anyway, Rufus, I think we're all ready to head back to Limbrook.
Thank God, because I ran out of fuel about 4 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we should be able to glide,
I noticed that the roller coaster car had stopped. Hopefully we can get enough propulsion to turn towards re-entry.
Oh, no, we're good. We're just going to come in for a very rough landing. Everybody ready?
Okay.
Spaghetti.
Fire it up.
The gravity kicks in like a Looney Tunes cartoon, and you see the plane start plummeting.
Lemon.
the lemons start plummeting. You see fire going all the sides as though a meteor is crashing as we approach Lynbrook and Town Hall.
Real quick back up. The gravity kicks in like a Looney Tunes cartoon. The lemon falls down really fast in the sky, but the discount double check guy stays behind, and he's still discount double checking. Look up this commercial if you haven't seen it. It was a big part of our lives.
I got it.
And then, yes, fire, brimstone, fire, re-entry, all that.
And they crash immediately in front of the Lynbrook Town Hall.
Thank God the lemon's pointy shape distributed the pressure of our impact such that none of the surrounding area was damaged and none of us were injured. Ooh. Sully could take a page out of. Oh, we didn't get to do the Sully number in the show.
I think that they'll survive without it. It's okay. Howie Mandel, who I also know that you invited, will enjoy. We'll be okay.
We were gonna have Sully. We were gonna have Sully shake hands with Amelia Earhart and then unfurl a big banner that says "Sexism is over."
That would have been perfect.
That would have been good. That would have been a great way to end it, but it did not. All right, anyway.
Someone else will just have to end sexism.
It was all insured. Everything's fine. We didn't lose any of the tax dollars. All good. Shall we go inside?
Let's go inside.
Let's get cozy, and I'm gonna hang up my new handcuff key.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, Alex, I hope you don't mind. People have been playing 18 holes on your golf course out back for the past few hours.
Ah, man. It's my golf course. I'm going to have to wait in line.
All right. Mike, can you hit the buzzer, please? Hold on. I'm looking on the... Let me pull up the camera here. Douglas? Douglas, is that... Douglas!
I'm Mike G.
You came home. Here, let me unlock the doggy door for you.
Mayor Alex...
Hi, we're all here.
Oh, let me unlock the regular door.
He's mine. Can you just let us all in?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not a dog.
Thank you. He's not going to get it, Mike. He's not going to get it.
Does this happen often? I don't interact with Paul W. that much.
He's new. He is the vet tech on site that I hired. Because, Mike, I have to tell you, I did get your... obviously everyone knows your iCloud was hacked. And we all saw your very specific photos, your Ramazan history, dog costumes, leashes and whatnot. And yeah, they're calling it, Puppygate, and just in the local papers. And I just thought that this might be something you'd be into. I was trying to do a nice thing. And
wait, I didn't know this was a thing. I thought we were just all treating Mike as a dog because he wouldn't like it. If he's gonna like it, I'm not gonna help. I'm not gonna do this anymore if he's into it.
I do like the dog treats.
Yeah, so no, fuck this. Dog bit over.
That's all it was, Mike? The treats?
The treats are very tasty, yeah.
You don't need to do all this just to get... honestly, you weren't fooling anyone.
They're probably not even that good. Here, let me give you... how good could these... Oh, my God.
They're good, right?
If it's just the treats, you can... Absolutely, we will buy you bulk treats.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm not going to get the name brand. I'm going to get Ramazan Basics.
I'd really like it if you got the name brand, though.
Ramazan Basics.
I would really appreciate if you got, the milk bones, though, because those are really tasty.
I'll get you milk, and I'll get you bones, and it's up to you how you combine the... try rewinding.
Okay.
Okay. Paul, your services are no longer required. Thank you for everything you've done.
Get out.
And,
go away.
Get out, go away. We will come by the fetish club if we need you.
Jesus Christ.
Good luck and God bless. And here's a little blimp money to get you home. All right, thanks. What
Mike.
Day. We wrote... Alex, can you believe we wrote and produced that whole musical in one day, and we didn't even get to
and we
perform
didn't
it?
even stay to watch most of it.
Well,
we just left.
It exploded.
Who knows what went on after that? No one will know. There will be no recourse from this. It was so far away from Lynbrook.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter.
Well,
It's
luckily,
okay.
the blast was such that the actual convention center was located in Green Bay, which is not sister cities with Limbrook. So we're scot-free. They don't have jurisdiction. We just can never go to Green Bay.
Aw, I like the Packers.
Man. Yeah.
Well,
All this talk about packages.
Mike, I did.
Packers.
I know you like the Packers, so I did get you something.
What'd you get me?
I got you a discount double check.
Discount double check.
Yeah, we can talk about it later. Is there anything else that you guys... Mike, if you're going to aggressively discount double check like that, I'll call Paul W. back.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys wanted to point out about this episode? There's a big one that I don't think either unless you did, Mike, I wasn't really paying attention to your feed, but we didn't.
I was
definitely
just
didn't
thinking.
talk about.
I think before the barometer, we got to talk about the elephant in the room.
Oh, yeah?
Right.
That was not meant as anything other than just the saying that it is.
Right.
It's Kevin James as a different character.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, this is the moment that Doug Heffernan fully supplants Kevin, the character of Kevin in Everybody Loves Raymond. So Ray answers the door. It's finally the package, and it's Doug Heffernan in his IPS uniform from King of Queens. And I was expecting an applause break, and when there wasn't one,
That was weird.
I was jarred.
Genuinely, when that happened, my thought was, has Doug already been on Everybody Loves Raymond? I was not sure.
I guess it's like Kevin James himself has been a reoccurring character. So it's like it's not a new character or a new actor, even if it's a new character. I bet probably a couple people in the audience didn't even realize.
Here's what I found out, and maybe this helps explain why it was such a brief appearance, and they really, it was just like, hey, you want to go golfing later? Da, 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 da. This episode aired on November 16th, 1998, this episode of Everybody Loves Raymond. And it was led into, immediately preceding it on CBS, was Season 1, Episode 9 of King of Queens, Road Rage, which was a crossover where Ray, Frank, and Robert all appear. The synopsis of that episode is Doug regrets helping Ray Barone cheat on his driving test. Meanwhile, Arthur's neediness hinders Carrie's studying. Don't know what that means, but I probably have seen this episode. So perhaps the expectation was, people are going to watch this long episode, this 20-minute episode, where Ray is a major part of it, and he completely crosses over with Doug, and then we'll just put in a little Doug appearance as like an Easter egg for people who stayed and watched The King of Queens.
Right.
Otherwise, it's so inconsequential.
It doesn't matter. This is a far cry from the heyday of crossovers with That's So Sweet Life of Hannah Montana. This is not anywhere near that. This sucks.
Yeah, chronologically, that it just hadn't reached its peak yet. This was the best they could do at the time. But the technology by 2006 had advanced so much that they could handle such a crossover event.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
At this time, all you got was a little bit of Doug. I want to point out a couple of facts. We last saw Kevin in Season 2, Episode 25, The Wedding, Part 2, when he was in Ray's wedding party. So I guess chronologically it was whatever one was before that, because that technically is the first time that we've seen Doug, or Kevin, timelines, multiverse. It's crazy. Also found out that this is very in the weeds, but I went to TV Tango, which I've mentioned before, which has all of the TV lineups for every day in history. It also had the ratings. So I found out that the episode of King of Queens got a 9.5 rating, which means 9.5% of all households watched it.
That's actually pretty big.
All TV having households, not all households in the country.
Still.
And Raymond got an 11.5. So
wow, so more people tuned in for Ray.
2% more of TV owners.
That's very significant.
Yeah, and Raymond was actually number one in its time slot and in prime time for that day on the major networks besides an NFL game. He beat out Ally McBeal, Caroline in the City, and the NFL pre-show, the Monday Showcase. Maybe you
Suck
know
it,
what
McBeal.
that is, Mike. But the NFL game itself got a 13.9.
Yeah, that checks out. Nothing beats football in America.
But that means by the same margin that Raymond beat King of Queens, the NFL beat Raymond. So that gives you a sense. It's like a Raymond is a full cut above King of Queens here.
At least at this point in his career, yeah.
Yeah, this is season 1 of King of Queens, so it's just started out. And I'd love to cover this more, if only there was some sort of, pay what you want bonus content area that we could do that in. But
but nothing like that exists.
Unfortunately,
I mean, there is the Baroness Zonus.
Oh,
we could do it there.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Let's drop that in the description.
Yeah,
and sometime within the next couple weeks.
Donate.
Yeah, the next couple weeks we'll have an episode covering that thing.
Covering that or something else.
Yeah.
Whoever knows. I don't know what they do over there. So I wanted to talk about that, and we'll talk about that further in the Zonus. I wanted to point out another couple of details. Snyder's watch continues. Snyder's of Hanover pretzels appearing in the background.
Oh,
what
hit me with that. I have a different thing that I want to bring up, but you tell me about Snyder's first.
That's nothing to tell you. It's that Snyder's
there.
of Hanover was also in the background of this episode.
I wanted to say, and this is kind of a note for the future, but later in this show, I believe it's a season 4 finale, we get a little preview of Robert's divorce, of his ex-wife Joanne, and it all going down. Robert's apartment is the same one, or it's the same set that they used to show his actual divorce, like the breakup of those two people, and currently now. So I have the headcanon that Robert just moved back into his own apartment, his old apartment. It was open, he just went back.
Which, like as far as mental health goes, that can't be like the healthiest thing.
Oh, but
to
he's
do.
so happy. Let him do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe
I will.
it does track for Robert that like he's willing to make a big change as long as it's consistent with things that he's done before. Like,
Yeah, he's comfortable there already.
it makes sense. And now Joanne's not there, so maybe it's sort of like a new leaf for it. It's sort of like I recall the end of this show when Robert and Amy buy Marie and Frank's house.
Oh, spoiler alert, man.
Who cares?
Sure.
It's sort of the same thing if you're right, that it is the same apartment, which given the evidence, we have to assume it is. He goes back and forth between that apartment and his childhood home, and he'll do it again and again.
His whole life.
Yeah. But anything you guys had? Otherwise, I just want to run down some random sentences. That
Robert dancing in his apartment is basically a shot-for-shot scene of what I did in the mayor's office the first time I was alone.
Yes.
complete with licking the stereo.
Yes, but there wasn't anything on it.
Just to get that good... Because you've said this before, that a Sony and a Sanyo are very different flavor profiles.
Yeah, see, the Sony has like a hint of like lavender in it, and the other one will literally kill you.
Wow.
That's fascinating. No, I covered everything that I hit on.
All right, I'm gonna run through it. Cold open. Ray talking about the curtains. It's not like anyone's ever naked in there.
Good line.
Robert's apartment. Hotel art seems to have come with the place, given that there's also hotel art in the hallway outside.
Oh, that's so interesting. I didn't even think about that, but you're right. Robert would have had to purchase the art if it wasn't in there, and he's got terrible taste.
Yes.
I'm sorry, that I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's so fascinating. Sorry, continue.
Robert not noticing the tiny dishwasher until Amy points it out is very funny. Fruit coming out.
He eats it on a book. He eats a sandwich on a book. I wasn't sure what book it was.
No,
it was too small for me to see.
Ray comes in and says, "Hey, Auntie M," to Deborah, which is not the same level of cuteness as he usually brings. It's no cuddle pants or whatever. I liked Deborah's callback to bread and water. I
liked all of her callbacks when she was like, "Oh, there's a big spider in the tub. You gotta go kill it." I liked all that. That was listen. People hate on Deborah online, not on this podcast, because we are Deborah stans, I believe, as the kids say. She's very quick with the 1-2 punch, and even if you are not a fan of Deborah, you've got to give her that.
Yeah,
she's very funny.
You got to give it up. Speaking of being funny, I loved Ray's defense. I didn't love it from like a relationship standpoint. I just thought it was funny. His defense of Robert talking to Amy about this hostage situation analogy. His defense is Robert tried to do my jokes, which is such... I was being funny. Robert tried to do my jokes. When I did it, it was funny and cute. The clinkety-clink thing he did with the mug really made me laugh.
That was fun. I just loved him desperately trying to
save face.
Yeah. Well, what popped into my head is, I forget what the context was, but I was in college and I said something really, really bad. Like without, you say something and it ruins the social situation.
Yeah.
And somebody turned to me and said, "Hey, Mike, would you like a crowbar to remove that foot from your mouth?"
Ooh.
And that was my thought this entire time is Ray is desperately trying to crowbar his foot out of his mouth in this situation.
What did you say?
I genuinely cannot remember.
Just give us the you can't say I said something so terrible it shut the whole room down, and someone had to give a witty.
I don't remember.
Comeback. I don't know.
Everyone remembers.
You said you voted for RuPaul, right?
I said exactly. No, I said specifically that RuPaul could do a great job in Russia, and there was a Russian person there, and she took offense.
I don't even understand that.
It didn't make. You told me to make something up.
I didn't.
Adam.
I did. I said I asked you to tell the truth, which you refused.
I don't remember.
Marie and Frank, you just can't stop ruining your brother's life, can you? I love Marie popping off, and then Frank just looking solemnly at the ground. She had good hips, that one. Really. And then Frank yelling at Ray, "You upset your mother. She came to me looking for comfort. I'm not set up for that." Which is such an encapsulation of Frank saying so much more than just that. Mike, is the Crown View Apartments real? Is it a real Lynbrook
I do not
apartment
believe so.
building?
It's not a Lynbrook apartment building, and maybe it's something else. Let me Google it. I should have done this earlier.
Yes, you should have Googled the Crown View Apartments.
Heights. Is it Crown View Heights or just Crown View Apartments?
View Apartments. Unit 9F if you can find it. I wonder if there's a 3D tour. That'd be funny if you did a 3D tour and it was missing a fourth wall.
Yeah, I was just about to say, that would be great.
Cameraman in the 3D tour.
So, let's see.
If you can't find it right off the bat, it might not exist.
The Crown View... So, here's the thing. There is a Crown View Manor in West Orange, New Jersey.
That might be as close as we can get. You think Robert moved to West Orange?
I mean, if he's an NYPD cop...
He could.
It's going to New Jersey is not out of the question.
Take the path, drive over the GW.
Yeah.
I don't know where West Orange is, actually. Maybe it's...
I'm looking at it on a map right now.
Let's all look at West Orange, New Jersey on a map. Maybe we should wrap up the show.
This makes for good podcasting, right?
Loading.
Actually, it's not that far. It's...
Oh, it's like outside of Newark.
Yeah, I mean, it's a far drive for if you're going to Lynbrook, but if you're going into, just Manhattan, it's not that bad.
Yeah, so that's West Orange, New Jersey, which was obviously the bulk of this episode was about that. But for Season 3, Episode 9 of Everybody Loves Raymond, The Lone Barone, we are going to have to turn our attention to our classic barometer, which is our scale from 1 to 10, on which we rate Ray's performance as a husband, brother, son, father, hostage.
Holy Spirit. I always want to say it.
On a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being the great dads of sitcom history, you're Carl Winslow, your Uncle Phil, your Danny Tanner, Alex. Give you another one.
Me.
At this point, You are one of the great dads of sitcom history. And
Yes, I am.
One being the bad men of television history, the Walter Whites and Don Drapers, men who actively harm their families, such as Mike.
Timmy Turner's dad from Fairly Odd Parents.
Believe it or not,
That's a
you've
good one.
already used that one, I think.
I've used that one?
I think so.
Jimmy Neutron's dad from Jimmy Neutron.
No, he's great. He's just a little
not.
aloof.
He's an imbecile.
He's just a little aloof. He loves ducks.
It's interesting
and he's so
seeing
nice.
your goalposts for what a good dad
He's
is.
he's like at least like a 4. He's not a 0.
incompetent.
He's not
He's
a
not
1.
a 0. I'll give him a 2, but he
All right.
does not help
Then
his son.
you've got to, if you're going to give him a 2, you have to pick a 1.
I have to actively pick a 1.
Yes.
Tony Soprano.
Used it.
The dude from Sons of Anarchy.
I've never seen it. I'll take your word for it. That
What about the Mr. Roy from Succession?
Mr. Roy, Logan Roy.
Yeah. No, Logan. Well, Logan is a terrible dad. Yeah, let's go with him.
All
I
right.
meant like the
You meant
patriarch, but yeah.
Logan is the patriarch.
Logan. Oh no, you're right. Kendall's the son.
Kendall's
You're right.
the son.
Logan. I am talking about Logan. Yeah,
Okay. Kendall's also a terrible dad.
he is a terrible dad. But that's what a 1 is. Yes.
The Roys collectively. Okay. So, oh shit, I'm getting weather alert. Meat Rain is back. I gotta go out
come
there.
on.
I'm the only one with the code to the meat awning, so let me go unfurl that and.
Yeah. Go
Please.
take care of that.
See
Let's
you
get together.
later.
Please don't do the barometer without me.
Of
You're
course
going to
not.
do the
Never.
barometer without you.
No, we would never.
I am
All
going
right, I'm
to.
getting conflicting
Okay, I'll do it
reports.
too.
Okay, fine. Fuck. All right, I'm gonna. I leave. Hello. Hello, same voice.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh, officer.
Hi, police.
Hi.
Bobbert.
Sorry, it's a knock warrant, so I need you to open the door.
All right, here we go. Hey, how you doing,
No,
Bobbert?
my police are just like vampires. Don't let them in here.
No, this is a friend. He helped me out.
Mike, I'm here to deliver something to you from the commissioner, which is this little Blue Lives magnet to put on your car in recognition of your help capturing that delinquent pass.
Oh, look,
package man.
it literally says Blue Lives Magnet.
Yeah, it sure does. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Hey, you're here. You want to help us do the barometer?
What's the barometer?
You just
It's-
missed the explanation.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Yeah,
fine.
you're gonna have to.
Well-
go back.
My package of other memorabilia to give to you did arrive, so I'll stay here and unpack it, and we can talk about whatever.
Well, listen to Mike and me do it, and then you'll know what to do. Mike, would you like to go first, or shall I?
No, I'll go first. I mean, I genuinely don't think the primary issue that Ray got in trouble for, I don't think he actually did that bad here. Because, he said some things that he regretted, but he's also in the privacy of what should be a trusted individual. He didn't realize that Robert came to him for advice. So I actually don't blame him for venting and blowing off some steam. He was frustrated. He was having a bad morning. It happens to everybody. I get it. So that's putting that aside. He did desperately try to save face at the end, and he didn't do a great job. But also, he was put on the spot, so I'm inclined to cut him some slack there as well. But he also was misogynistic in talking about the supermodel and all that jazz. I'm gonna give him a 4. Bad, but I don't think he was as actively bad as everybody in the family. He was been way worse before and not caught even a quarter of the flack that he got in this episode. So I'm gonna give him a 4, and I feel like that's a little bit low, but I'm sticking with it. 4 for Ray. All right, Alex, what about you?
Mike, this might be the biggest numerical difference between our two scores ever.
Oh yeah?
Here's what I think. Ray expressed how he was feeling. He was feeling like he didn't get enough time for himself or the agency in the relationships in his life to do what he wants to do. Robert comes to him on a bad day and Ray vents his frustrations to him. Robert did not ask for advice at any time. I think the only thing Robert did use from this exchange was Raymond's words as framing for what he already was planning to say to Amy. Ray's biggest flaw in the episode was not properly communicating his actions in the final scenes, calling his airing of frustrations jokes, which comes off as insincere. Overall, just like Robert moving out, I think this is another case of the family putting their own selfish expectations and reasons for Robert to stay with Amy, even if he is unhappy, and believed that if Ray also kept how he was feeling to himself, then Robert would have never had the balls to tell Amy how he was already feeling, which I feel is untrue. I'm giving Ray a 7.5.
Oh, wow, that's very good.
That's quite the difference. Wow. So if I understand correctly, you're rating Ray's performance on a scale from 1 to 10 is calm, down, bad, and good?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Maybe in the future, you should just come here like 30 seconds earlier.
The way that Ray so accurately captured what it's like to be in a hostage situation brought me back to some of my greatest career triumphs and failures in a way that resonated with me almost as much as any episode of Blue Bloods does. For that reason alone, I'm going to give Ray a score that is 3.5 points lower than the ratings that this episode got on November 16th, 1998. I'm a bit of a ratings head. Maybe you've been to my website, TV Tango.
I have.
I'm going to give him an 8.
All right, well, that brings Ray to an average this episode of a 6.5.
Wow.
6.5.
I'm comfortable with that.
That sounds pretty right to me.
Thank you for shooting low, Mike, to offset Bob.
Of course. Always. You know I'm a pessimist.
I know you are. And that's one of the 2 reasons I love you.
All right, goodbye. I have to go.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for listening, everyone. Where's Adam?
Oh, hey.
Adam.
That awning is saturated. The meat awning is saturated.
You're just in time to say goodbye. I first would like to thank everyone for listening to this week's episode of Everybody Loves Raymond. I would like to remind you that at our shop at postfund.org, we have merchandise for you. I'm actually wearing one of our shirts right now. It's very comfortable.
Looks great.
It's a podcast they can't see.
Well, I'm showing you guys.
He's showing us, and I'm reassuring the listener that it looks great.
And I am wearing
We're working together.
It's good. It's comfortable.
Yes,
it's a good shirt.
Describe the feel. Describe the smell.
It's very cottony. Smells like a shirt. It's wear it to have an incredibly deep cut for your loved ones and friends.
Wear it.
You can act all snooty when people ask what that is, and etc.
You can wear it anywhere. Church, business, graduation. It's the perfect gift for the holidays. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/BaroneZone. You can find us on Instagram and threads at barone.zone. You can email us at raymond@postfund.org. We love hearing from you. Check out the Baroness Zonus, postfund.org/donate. That's a free episode, not a free episode. That's an extra episode every month of this show. Pay what you want, one time, lifetime access. It's the best deal in podcasting. But other than that, I don't think there's anything else to plug. Is there, Mike?
No, I think that we just want to say thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you leave a positive written review. We really appreciate all of your feedback.
Well,
hey, even the negative stuff drives up engagement.
That's true. Okay.
It does. Your negative reviews only make us stronger. Thank you so much, and the only thing left to do is our trademark goodbye. That's what we say. Everybody
loves
Raymond.
And we love you.
And then we zoom out from the city hall, like the town hall, and then walking in front of it is just a small dog, and it turns to face the audience, and it's got Mike's face with a goatee, and it says "Bork, bork," and then it runs away.
And it's got a collar that says Douglas.
Absolutely horrifying.
It's got a collar that says Douglas, and people are just putting like crazy on Alex's golf course between its legs.
And that's it.